Sometimes when you play musical chairs. Is our student gonna be here today? Tasha? That would be awesome.
Ready? All right.
Yeah, we do. Fine, Anthony.
You ready? Good evening and welcome to tonight's board meeting. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's remain standing for a moment of silence, please. You may be seated. Thank you. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice for this meeting was advertised in the record, posted at the board office and filed with the city clerk. I hereby call to order the regular meeting on November 20th, 2023 in the Hackensack Media Center at 6:17 p.m.
6:17.
Ms. Singh, will you please do a roll call for us?
Okay, Mr. Carroll is not here. Mr. Coleman,
Here.
Ms. Cordero Alton,
Present.
Ms. Jennifer Harris, not here. Mr. Meehan,
Present.
Mr. Powell is not here. Ms. Somerville,
Present.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Present.
Mr. James Vickery.
Present.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a quorum.
Great, thank you. Be it resolved that the Hackensack Board of Education determines it necessary to meet in executive session on Monday, November 20th, 2023 to discuss. Can we be more specific on what's
Matters of personnel related to a sidebar.
So we have some matters of personnel that are related to a sidebar with specifically HASA, our administrators union,
Legal updates.
legal updates.
Other matters of personnel.
And other issues with other matters of personnel. And be it further resolved that these matters will be made public when the need for confidentiality no longer exists. Could I have a motion to move into executive session? Thank you, Mr. Coleman. A second? Second. Thank you, Mr. Meehan. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any noes? And there are none. Thank you. It is 6:19.
Yeah.
So, we'll do a roll call, Ms. Singh.
Yes. Mr. Carroll,
Present.
Mr. Coleman,
Present.
Ms. Cordero Alton,
Present.
Ms. Harris,
Present.
Mr. Meehan,
Present.
Mr. Powell. Okay, Ms. Somerville,
Present.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Present.
Mr. James Vickery,
Present.
we have a quorum.
Thank you. So we will start with our presentations tonight. We will start with Dr. Whiting.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, much better. So glad to stand before you this evening to present two phenomenal initiatives at Hackensack Middle School. The first is we are going to acknowledge some phenomenal, wonderfully gifted young women at Hackensack Middle School.
My name is Dee Kalman, and I am the STEM educator at Hackensack Middle School. Within the STEM curriculum at Hackensack Middle School, we focus on the need for gender diversity within the field of computer science. Currently, this growing industry has a workforce of 80% male and 20% female. We learned that when women are included, the outcome for everyone improves. The potential of society will not be reached unless more women pursue careers in computer science. Tonight, we're here to celebrate a program that encourages a solution to this macroeconomic issue.
So tonight, we're excited to honor the graduates representing Hackensack Middle School from the Girls Exploring Engineering program held at Fairleigh Dickinson University. This competitive program accepts 25 female students in grades 7 and 8 from Bergen County. Out of the 350 female students enrolled in 7th and 8th grade at Hackensack Middle School, 4 students were recommended based on their grades in science and STEM class, an overall positive attitude and drive to do well.
After being accepted, the female scholars attended class every Saturday at FDU for a semester, taught by college professors and graduate teaching assistants. In class, the students explore hands-on engineering and computer science workshops designed to help explore engineering careers and cultivate self-confidence and enjoyment in engineering and technology. Throughout the program, there is a focus on civil engineering, robotics, and computer science.
We are very proud at Hackensack Middle School to have all 4 of our scholars graduate from this prestigious program. Let's give them a huge round of applause. And we are here to share this accomplishment with our community and give each student the praise she deserves. At Hackensack Middle School, our mantra is pride, passion, and purpose, and these young ladies definitely exhibit all 3. We would like to call each student up to receive a certificate signed by our district superintendent, Mr. Sanchez, and our Board of Education president, Mr. Scott James Vickery. Ms. Dr. Skiba, would you? And we would just want to have the opportunity to salute these young ladies and give them some flowers because they deserve that and so much more. Our first young woman who completed the program is Joan Jarvis. Joan is in the 7th grade. She unfortunately could not be here tonight, but I'm sure she'll be watching, so let's please give her a big round of applause. Our second scholar in engineering is Sajay Namard. Sajay is in the 7th grade. Kirsten Lynn's grade 7. I'm giving them practice for graduation. Right hand shake, right hand shake. And last but certainly not least, Sarah Vargas. We are thrilled about the accomplishments of these young women. They are exemplary students and beacons of light at Hackensack Middle School. Ms. County.
Special thanks goes out to the parents and guardians for your support and driving to and from Fairleigh Dickinson early in the morning every Saturday. We cannot wait to see where these STEMinists land in years to come. As a society, we've got more work to do, but we're putting in the effort and the future is looking bright. Congratulations to our HMS scholars.
And I would be remiss if I did not thank Ms. D. Kalman, who with her effort and really moving the needle to have our young ladies belong to this program would not have been possible. So thank you so much, Ms. Kalman. We call her our resident STEMinist as well, so. Another wonderful moment for us at Hackensack Middle School is to acknowledge someone who is a comet through and through. In April of every year, the New Jersey Department of Education allows school administrators to nominate an exemplary educator, someone who gives their heart and soul to public education, someone who lights the way for children. It's often said that to teach is to touch a life forever. And this woman, this educator at Hackensack Middle School does that on a daily basis. We call her our joy generator at Hackensack Middle School, none other than Miss Erin Dietz-Nimick. Come on up, Erin. So in April, when I had the opportunity to think about someone I would nominate for this award, I didn't think twice about nominating Erin Dietz-Nimick. It's really a blessing when you get to work in a district for 29 years, work with someone as a colleague, then get to work with them as an administrator, but also know her as a friend. Erin is a Hackensack Comet. She's a graduate of Hackensack High School. She is a special educator at Hackensack Middle School. And anytime you see Erin, she brings joy wherever she goes. She dresses up for costumes. She decorates our office. She's there in the morning. She's there late at night. Erin is what we call an exemplary teacher. As a building leader and as an instructional leader, I couldn't think of anyone better. When I think of a wonderful person, someone who's dedicated to children, who has her heart and soul in the right place, who demonstrates pride, passion, and purpose in everything she does, we can't think of anyone better to nominate for this award. And it gave me so much pride and excitement to be able to have her have this honor. So Erin, congratulations, Dr. Skiba. We surprised Ms. Dietz-Nimick in her classroom. She walked in, I wasn't sure she thought she was winning the Publishers Clearinghouse or what was going on. We came in with flowers and balloons because she deserved it in front of her children and in front of her students. And she couldn't do anything else but cry, but she deserves it because that's where her heart is. So proud of you and congratulations.
Hey, good evening, everyone. The next award is the Champion in Education Award. The best awards in life are those that come from being recognized by peers and colleagues rather than awards that you apply for or seek actively. Such peer and colleague recognition can be particularly meaningful because it often reflects genuine appreciation, validation, and acknowledgement of a person's skills, expertise, and contributions from people who understand the nuances of their field or industry. Every now and then, someone acknowledges what we do on a day-to-day basis to let us know that our contributions have not gone unnoticed. Tonight, we are here to recognize such an occasion. I'm pleased to announce that our very own Director of Special Services, Mr. Darius Pemberton, is recognized as a champion in education by the Bergen County Division of Disability Services at their 23rd Annual Salute to Champions Awards and Recognition Ceremony on October 22nd. This annual ceremony observes National Disability Employment Awareness Month and recognizes those who demonstrate commitment to disability, inclusion, and equity. Congratulations are extended out to Mr. Pemerson for his advocacy on behalf of our students with disabilities and for his unwavering commitment to inclusion and equity. As stated in Mr. Pemberton's email signature, inclusion equals real life. Mr. Pemberton, please come up and accept the certificate of recognition. Mr. Pemberton, would you like to say a few words?
Good evening. First, I'd just like to thank the Superintendent Sanchez, Board President Vickery, and the rest of the trustees on this acknowledgement. Secondly, my staff is here. They're really the ones that make this go, and it's truly a community award that we've been acknowledged for what we do as a community. I always tell them I'm just a leader of a great team. And when the whole team comes together and we triumph, this is a community award, right? So the county has recognized Hackensack of being a great place of inclusion and equity. And it takes all of us, from administrators, paraprofessionals, teachers, all of us together earn this award. And I just want to say thank you all for serving with me and making this a great night.
All right. So we'll move on to our student report.
Okay, so on Friday, November 3rd, Coach Mario Santabanis and some of our cross-country athletes went to Fairmount School to assist with their annual mini marathon. The student athletes provided encouragement, ran with the elementary runners, and congratulated them as they completed the marathon. On Thanksgiving morning, our annual Hackensack Teaneck football game will be held at the Hackensack High School. Events include a parade that begins at the middle school and involves clubs, bands, and activities from both Teaneck and Hackensack. The parade begins at 9:30 a.m. and the game begins at 10:30 a.m. On Thursday, November 30th, the Student Council will be hosting a masquerade ball in our East Wing gym, and a great time will be had by all. On December 6th and 7th, the high school will be hosting our annual parent-teacher conferences. Conferences will be held in teacher classrooms, and it is a great opportunity to see how your child is performing in their classes. Comment ambassadors will be on hand to assist with directions and elevator usage.
All right, thank you. So now we will move on to our superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Vickery. Thank you, Natasha. Wonderful report as always. So hello again. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm pleased to announce that we were recently awarded a New Jersey Department of Education High Impact Tutoring Grant totaling $306,000. The High Impact Tutoring Grant is designed to enable school districts to work with educational service vendors and district staff to provide tutoring services and educational assistance to students. Dr. Kazmark spearheaded this initiative and has provided information on this recently. The elementary school program will begin after Thanksgiving, and the middle school program will commence sometime in January. This past week, we held our parent-teacher conferences at the elementary schools, and in December, the parent-teacher conferences for the other grade spans will follow. Please look out for communication from your respective building principal for more specific information about those conference schedules in the days to come. As always, we encourage our parents to attend these very important conferences because by partnering in education with us, we dramatically maximize our young scholars' outcomes and potential for current and future success. Moving on, I'm happy to report that we had a very successful college fair at Hackensack High School on Thursday, October 26th. Over 100 postgraduate representatives from colleges, universities, trade schools, and the military were in attendance to discuss post-secondary options with our scholars. As many of you are aware, getting historically Black colleges and universities to attend our college fair in the past had been a bit of a challenge for us. This year, however, I'm happy to announce that we had representatives from Howard University, Delaware State University, Hampton University, and Morgan State University in attendance to ensure that our students interested in HBCUs were able to speak to admissions representatives from those very prestigious colleges and universities. Moreover, on November 16th, 30 high school students, which included 12 juniors and 18 seniors, armed with official transcripts, attended our annual field trip to the Malcolm Bernard Historically Black Colleges and Universities Regional College Fair, which happens to be the largest HBCU college fair on the East Coast. This year, the HBCU College Fair, which had over 40 HBCUs in attendance, was held at Keene University in Union, New Jersey. I'm delighted to announce that every senior who chose to apply to an HBCU for on-site college admission got accepted into at least one HBCU. It gets better. Wait, there's more. 6 seniors actually received acceptances to 3 HBCUs. So congratulations to all of them. We're so proud of our scholars. I would like to thank Principal Montesano and the guidance department for the organization of these 2 wonderful events for our scholars. Finally, as we approach the Thanksgiving holiday, I want to take a moment to extend my warmest wishes to each and every one of you. As we gather with our loved ones to celebrate this holiday, may your hearts be filled with gratitude, your bellies filled with great food, and may your homes be filled with warmth and happiness. Now on to the enrollment report. Our current enrollment is 5,202 students, and a total of 16 HIB investigations were completed this past month. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez. We'll now move on to public comments. All participants should have signed in. When it is your turn, please state the following: your name, your municipality, any group affiliation that you might be that might be important to us. Each person has a limit of 3 minutes. When the buzzer goes off, please make sure that you stop your comments at that point. Please direct all of your comments to me as the presiding officer, and all responses will be held to the end of the public participation portion. So first up.
This has been a long day for me. I just wanted to go first and go home. 2 Saturday evenings ago, November 11th, a former student athlete, Ori Moore, age 29, a father of 4, lost his life to a tragic accident. I would like, if you don't mind, if we can have a moment of silence in his behalf. Thank you. Mr. Sanchez, it is an old saying, give them their flowers while they're still living. So I want to wish you the best of luck on your retiring and happy holidays.
Thank you.
Chris Coleman, Anthony Rodriguez, and Mr. Meehan, thank you for your service. To the new board members, Mr. Stein, Mr. Martin, and Ms. Pringle, welcome. I know you will guys do what's right. I just met the new assistant. He hasn't been sworn in yet, but the assistant superintendent at the middle school. And I just want to say congratulations. And if you need anything, we got your back. Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Hi, Joyce Wickersheim, Hackensack teacher and resident. Good evening. I'm here tonight to speak for my colleague Danielle Jackson. I no longer work at Fairmount School, but I also know that Fairmount teachers no longer feel safe speaking their truth. She has been informed that there is no place for her at Fairmount upon her return from maternity leave. This is simply not true. There are openings for a tenured teacher returning from leave. It seems like she is being transferred because, like me, she speaks in a truthful and direct manner. It has been stated that this is looked upon as a sign of disrespect. Please look at these patterns. Teachers who are leaders, experienced, and direct are being pushed out. Danielle was among 25 people who came out in support of me. 10 teachers spoke that night. That kind of crowd is not here tonight. Not because Fairmount teachers don't support her, but many of them feel that speaking now would make them the next target. This working dynamic is not good for a school, not good for teachers, and not good for the students. I did not want to be transferred. Ms. Jackson does not want to be transferred. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Tony Jackson, Hackensack resident, Hackensack parent and teacher. Had to get them all together there. My wife and I are choosing not to speak on her current situation tonight, but we deeply appreciate and support the support from our friends, colleagues, and community members. Our daughter decided that she wanted to speak in support of her mom. I posted online that Jilly is currently I'm giving you the verbatim quote. Jilly is currently writing up her comments in defense and support of her mom for Monday's BOE meeting. In this family, we will speak truth to power. Jilly was proud. Soon after this, I was informed that the post with my daughter's name was copied and posted on a page claiming to be a parody account of the HEA with the text, "Not cute. In fact, it's embarrassing and abusive to use a child as a pawn." The site is maintained anonymously and has been brought before the district at other times. But as it's now moved from years of mocking Hackensack staff members to accusing Hackensack parents of abusive behavior and publicly embarrassing a Hackensack student, I hope that you'll consider looking into it again. I won't publicly share the name of the page, but if you reach out to me at any point, I will gladly share that information with you. Thank you.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Mara Preston, Fairmount parent, Hackensack Middle School parent. I just wanted to come before the board because it's becoming an issue with a lot of parents with all the half days. It makes it very difficult as a working parent to manage the schedule. And I'm lucky in the fact that my current position, it is relatively flexible, but for a lot of other parents, it puts a huge strain. You know, what job can you go to and explain to them, hey, I need all these half days for the whole week and I got to turn around and do it all over again in December. So if there could be some sort of resolution, I know they need the half days for parent teacher conferences. I know why they need it, but if you could reduce them and maybe make the schedule a little bit more parent friendly, that would be great. Right. And don't know what's going on with the school, but Mrs. Jackson was the teacher for one of my sons and nothing but good things to say about her. That's it. Thank you.
Anybody else in person? Is there anybody to online? Okay.
Hi,
Hello.
my name is Donna DiCarlo. I'm a Hackensack Public School parent. I as well was calling in to speak about the half days. Last week, it's 5 half days and only 2 days of conference. I had to take off the full week because I can't do half days, as does I'm sure many other parents. So I was wondering what can be done to change that. I also wanted to just bring to the attention, I think ECDC has, I guess the satellite schools or the satellite classes within each elementary school. And they start at 9 a.m., whereas the regular other grades start at 8:30. And I think if it could be looked at where they start at the same time or closer to the same time as the other students, because it's difficult to get your one student there by 8:20 and then have to sit around for 40 minutes. It's like young kids, 4 and 5 years old. And if you have a car, you're sitting in the car waiting there, or if you walk, you're standing outside. And I think even if they could take 15 minutes from the end of the day and put it so that it's more accommodating and more closer to the schedule of the other students in the school. And also, speaking of ECDC, I know they're a separate school, but I just wanted to say I have noticed that sometimes the students are not included in assemblies that the other students are because they're ECDC and they do their own programs. But if there could just be a clear line of what they're included in and what they're not, because they miss out on certain things because they're in the satellite classes, things that ECDC has. So if you can look at those few things, I would appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Bridget, and I'm calling about, I'm a Hackensack resident, and I'm calling about an Oprah that I placed in September, September the 18th. So I'm addressing this to Trustee Vickery. I'm trying to find out why I still haven't received the Oprah. I didn't want to take this any further, but I'm trying to get it resolved. This has been September, and here we're going into November, almost December. It's on, by the law, it's 7 days. I was given a notice that I wouldn't receive it until November 10th, and here we now are on November 20th. I would like to be able to get an answer, if possible, from the lawyer and from the business administrator. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening and holiday.
Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, one more.
Hi, Tom Trezano, Hackensack High School, HEA's Health and Safety Chairperson. So I guess very, very briefly, I had a really nice experience today at the high school, and it kind of gave me an opportunity to sort of say something I think pleasant at one of these meetings. One of the things I push for in terms of addressing the membership and hoping that I can make a difference in terms of how the teachers can operate within the school is to pay attention to safety issues for everybody who inhabits those spaces, students, teachers, administration, and so on. And I bumped into in the hallways of the high school today an independent contractor who was walking around and taking notes, walking into classrooms and such. It looked like they were doing some inspections. And so I stopped the person. I said, "Hey, I see you holding a clipboard. Which group are you affiliated with? How can I help you if you need some direction," and that kind of thing. She identified herself as someone who was going through the school with the intention of checking for things like loose tiles, loose ceiling tiles, loose tiles on the floor, chipped paint and whatnot. And she's going to end up making recommendations to have those things remediated. That person's job was to look for situations that might involve asbestos. I was happy to see that the district has taken a proactive stance. I inquired whether it was a specific part of the building or if it was, the whole building. The person ended up informing me that they planned to move from school to school, looking at all the things they could possibly look at, with the intention of making recommendations to remediate anything that they thought was, out of sorts. I was happy to find out that, she was careful, she was particular, she was scrutinizing things that I don't think many of us would have scrutinized. And she was coming back very often with, favorable results, that the buildings have been maintained to a reasonable degree, and certain areas were sealed off that would have otherwise been, in other instances, presumed to be dangerous. It was a good proactive approach by our district that encourages people to think about the health and well-being of everybody inside of the buildings. And I welcome and encourage more situations like that. I think they should be, more commonplace, with the public's understanding that the district is doing what they can to make sure that everybody in the buildings is as safe as possible, at least in situations like that. So thank you for being proactive, to those in administration and those who ended up arranging that experience. Thanks.
All right. Is that all? All right, great. Anyone else in the room? So that'll be the end of our public comments. I will quickly address what I can. So it's always good to hear a thank you and a positive note from some of our union folks about especially health and safety, because that is genuinely what we want, is to make sure that everyone is taken care of. I don't really have the insight that I need over the Oprah request, but I will just say, please take note, and whatever has to happen, make it, whatever, make it happen, please. Noted to the parents who talk about the half days. I have a whole bunch of kids and it stinks. I get it. It's hard when you have half days, because it does create having to take off work and figure out schedules. And then if you're like me, I have kids at just about every school in town. And then when they're not on the same level, then you have like multiple weeks of half days. And so it is hard. And so obviously we can't fix it for this year, and I can't promise a fix, but I can promise we can look at it and see if there's, a way to minimize it as we look into the schedule as we move forward. Mr. Sims, thanks for just being nice. I appreciate that. That was just a nice sentiment. And while I cannot address personnel issues, what I can say is to Jilly, I do appreciate speaking truth to power at any age. And Mr. Jackson, while I do appreciate that you have class I don't have as much as you do, it's called HEA Muppets, and it is horrible. It is just something that makes fun of our district personnel in not very nice ways. It is nothing to do with the HEA. Let me be very clear about that. It is a mocking thing that is just not nice. But mocking a child that is teaching, that is learning a lesson of speaking truth to power, or in whatever way, even if it's not even truth to power, even if it's just getting up to speak in front of people that are adults and bigger than she is, we should encourage that. And I'm sorry that discouraged her from just being able to speak. I hate that. So we can now move on to our, well, I think we need to do our passing the minutes and stuff. Thank you for your participation. So be it resolved that the Hackensack Board of Education approves the regular minutes and closed session minutes of October 16th, 2023 as submitted. Can I have a motion for that?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Carroll. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Somerville. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. All right, so now we will move on to personnel, which is, of course, your Lance.
I didn't.
Oh, by the way, yes, to acknowledge, just on the record, Trustee Powell is on the phone via technology through our system with our tech folks. Just so we have that on the record. So moving on to personnel, Mr. Coleman.
As a preliminary matter, I move that A.1, D be laid on the table.
All right, so we have a motion to put A.D.
A.1, D.
A.1, D on the table. Can I have a second for that?
This is.
So that's in the,
Personnel.
I second it.
okay, Ms. Cordero out and seconded it. Is everybody with us where we are? Okay.
Yes.
So all those in favor to table that one section, say aye.
Aye.
Any noes?
I abstain.
Okay, thank you. For the record, we have one abstention. Now, so that is tabled. So now back.
So now I move that the board approve the remaining recommendations from the superintendent, personnel actions 8.1, A through GG, with 8.1, D having been tabled.
All right, so we have that motion. 8.1 through GG minus section D, which has been tabled. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Carroll. A roll call, please.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Ms. Cordero Alton,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Meehan,
Yes.
Mr. Powell,
Mr. Powell? Say it again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Somerville,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. James Vickery.
Yes.
A1 to GG passes with D being tabled.
Great.
President James Vickery, may I introduce the new middle school
absolutely.
assistant principal, Mr. Angel Cayaldo? Say a few words for us. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. So I just want to say good evening. Thank you, everybody stayed to the last part. I appreciate it.
I know.
And so this is a little bit of a surreal moment for me. The reason it is surreal is because when I started my educational career, it was here in Hackensack, student taught at Fairmont Elementary about 12 years ago. So when the student, when Natasha actually mentioned the marathon, I remember as a student teacher telling one of my third grade students, like, you're not gonna beat me, man. Like, I'm gonna win this. So I remember so well being at Fairmont, and my wife was here with my kids. We got a little late, but I was joking with her. I said, like, the popular saying is say yes to the dress. But for me, I think what Fairmont did, I was like, say yes to education, because what I lived there and experienced, I said, yes, I want to continue to do this. I want to continue my career as an educator. So maybe don't have no hesitation with education. I don't know what would be the equivalent, but that's where we are. And then I also just want to take the opportunity to thank Dr. Whiting, Superintendent Sanchez, and really the staff at HMS for what I would say is the most thorough and comprehensive hiring process that I have been a part of, from stage one, multi-panel interview, stage two, live on set. I used to DJ a little bit, but live on site demo, and then Q&A. So thorough. And I think not only did it allow the leadership team to get to know me, but it allowed me to understand what Hackensack and the community was about. And it excited me because I think that a staff is gonna put me through such a comprehensive process. We're not just talking the talk, we're actually walking the walk here. So when I hear Dr. Whiting speak about pride, passion, right, those things are real because I experienced them. I lived them during that process. And I know my wife went home, and my children, but I would say that I wouldn't be the person I am today without their love, their unconditional love, and their support. And so I'm hoping maybe on camera, but I love you. And then just lastly, what makes Hackensack special to me is the diversity aspect. I was a resident for a little while in Hackensack. I grew up Jersey City, born and raised, went to Rutgers and Newark, right? These are two places, Jersey City, one of the most diverse places in the country, Rutgers University and Newark, very diverse. And when I come to Hackensack, I feel it, I see it. And so that's exciting to me. And I wore blue and gold because I want to be down. I want to be here already. So I appreciate it. Thank you to the board. This is a great night for me. I appreciate it once again. Thank you.
All right. Well, it's very exciting to hear. I have no doubt that Dr. Whiting and team put you through the ringer to have a process. They're a strong team and a good team. I know that you'll be a great addition to that team. And I tell you, it is not. I am a transplant from Mississippi. But I will tell you, I bleed blue and gold. It is not about where you're born. It is about, it's deeper than that. It is about, it gets into your soul. It's about, and you need, I promise you, because Dr. Whiting said, I mean, like it just rolls out of her mouth, pride, passion, purpose, pride, passion, purpose. You used to saying it. My kid, I have 3 at the middle school and they roll it off the tongue all the time. So I'm excited for you and we're thankful that you're joining the team.
You're welcome.
So we're excited. All right. We will move on to policy. Trustee Somerville.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So, Mr. Sanchez, just in case I make an error, Ms. Marks is here, she can cover me. So in the interim, we're gonna make a motion to table 7 policies that we have here. We will be tabling policy 1642.01, sick leave. We'll be tabling 2270, religion in the school. Policy number 3161, examination for cause. We are tabling 3324, right of privacy. 4161, again, examination for cause. 4324, right of privacy, will be on 5116, education of homeless children and youth. We're tabling these policies just because they're a little bit more, even though they're just revisions, they're a little bit more extensive. And usually when we do this policy review, we put a summary together. They came out over the weekend and we didn't have the opportunity to give the thorough summary out to the community. And also Ms. Marks puts together the school policy commission that actually goes to review, give comments and feedback to the board so we can incorporate those if we think those policies need a little bit more extensive revision, right? Like the language that we get from Stroud Esme may not be sufficient enough or we have some issues with them. So that's the only reason for tabling them. It's not because there's anything particularly with the policy. We just want to do some thorough assessment before we hand it out to everybody in the community. So I make a motion to table those 7 policies.
Okay. All right. So thank you. So Ms. Somerville made a motion to table those 7. Can I have a second to table those? A motion. Thank you, Mr. Powell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And there are none. So those 7 are tabled.
And hopefully we'll get them done in January.
Okay. And then,
And then we move on and to be resolved that the Hackensack Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the superintendent of school, approves the first reading of the following policies and regulation. Technically, there is no first reading of the policies and regulation. We do have 6 policies that are mandated by the state of New Jersey. So those policies have already been released to the student body and the teachers. And then we have 5 policies that are being abolished. Those policies that are being abolished are part of the policies that are being revised. So they're getting rid of one version. There is a revision and it's going to go away. So that's where we stand at the moment on policies.
all right, so we have a motion to pass to approve the remaining ones.
So we can summarize 7 on hold, 6 for first read policies, 5 are being abolished. The 6 for first read are mandated policies by the state of New Jersey.
All right, so we have a motion from Ms. Somerville. Can I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Coleman, second. Any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Okay, Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Ms. Cordero Alton,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Meehan,
Yes.
Mr. Powell,
Yes.
Ms. Somerville,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. James Vickery.
Yes.
So with the exception of the policies that were tabled, the remainder passes.
Very good, thank you. Moving to curriculum, Ms. Harris.
Yes. So I would like to bring forward C1 through C20. Let's make sure 27.
Yeah.
I just wanted to highlight C8, which is the approval of the school partnership agreement between Best Buddies International and the Hackensack Middle School to start a Best Buddies chapter. It is to build friendships with students with disabilities, which is amazing. C10, it is the approval of the acceptance that Mr. Sanchez had mentioned on high impact tutor grant from the New Jersey Department of Education for the amount of 306,000. And the rest is all standard items. So I motion C1 through C27.
All right, thank you. So we have a motion from Ms. Harris.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Carroll. Roll call, any discussion? There's none. Roll call, please.
Yes, Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Ms. Cordero Alton,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Meehan,
Yes.
Mr. Powell,
Yes.
Ms. Somerville,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. James Vickery.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, moving on to finance. Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you, President Vickery. I'd like to bring forth motions D1 through D5, just standard finance. Motion D1 and D5.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Okay, can I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Ms. Cordero Alton,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Meehan,
Yes.
Mr. Powell,
Yes.
Ms. Somerville,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mr. James Vickery.
Yes,
Motion passes.
very good. And buildings and grounds.
Yes, I'd like to bring forth again standard motions.
Who seconded?
I did.
Mr. Coleman. Thank you.
So, yes, for buildings and grounds, I would like to bring forth motions E1 through E4.
Very good. Can I have a second for that?
Second.
All right, any discussion on buildings and grounds? And there's none. Roll call, please.
Mr. Carroll,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Ms. Cordero Alton,
Yes.
Ms. Jennifer Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Meehan,
Yes.
Mr. Powell,
Yes.
Ms. Somerville,
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mr. James Vickery.
Yes.
Did I miss Lizette? Did I call you?
Yes.
You did.
Okay, all right, motion passes.
All right, very good. There's nothing to report from community relations this month, and then we will move on to old business. Does anyone have any old business they'd like to talk about? Very good. Any new business? Okay, and then board comments. We will start with Mr. Powell since he's on the phone.
Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you all for coming out. Happy Thanksgiving. Be safe to you and your families. And thank everyone for coming out to participate tonight. And congratulations to the new hires and to the board members. It's always grateful. It's a pleasure serving with you all. Be well over the holidays and everyone get home safe tonight. And Scott, is Mr. McBride there?
Not tonight.
Okay. So just congratulations to everyone and have a wonderful night, everyone. Good night.
All right, thank you. Ms. Somerville.
Hi, so good evening, everyone. Again, congratulations to everyone that got an award tonight. Congratulations to the new hire. Nice to meet you. Love the speech and the blue and gold. I mean, I guess you get brownie points for sucking up. But I don't think it's gonna get you anywhere. Gonna have to put in the work. But congratulations, welcome. You're really joining a good team over there. So I mean, I'm expecting great things, right? Right? Promise, we're gonna deliver. All right, gotta hold you to that. Again, to everybody that came out tonight, congratulations, guys, to, again, all the achievement and the accomplishments of everyone. Miss Story, thank you for the candy as usual, definitely appreciate it. Thank you to congratulations to the new board trustees that will be sworn in January. Good job, nice. Hopefully I can get an opportunity to meet everyone. Mr. Stein and Mr. Martin, right? Back there. So again, congratulations and welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You guys get home safely. Enjoy the holidays with your family. I will not be at the December board meeting. I'm taking a long deserved vacation. I am extremely tired. I will be gone from the beginning of December all the way back until January 4th. Out of pocket, out of email, off the grid, I'm done. So I just want to say, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in 2024.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Harris.
Sure. Good evening. I wanted to congratulate our three STEMinists. I'm going to use that word from now on. Our three STEMinists for completing the program at FDU. That's amazing. To Ms. Nemec, congratulations. Very well deserved. I have seen your videos as well from COVID times. You are an amazing actress. And I want to congratulate Mr. Pemberton on his award. And I do want to acknowledge how he said it's not just his award, it's the team's award. It does take a village, it does take a team to prevail to get such a prestigious award. I wanted to also welcome the new trustees when you guys come in. Nice to see you guys here at the meeting. I look forward to working with the three of you. And to those who did not prevail in the elections, and we've all have done it, still continue to advocate for the students, continue to advocate for the district. It's still an important role. It's still meaningful. Just because you're not sitting here, it doesn't mean that what you do on the outside is not important.
Okay, so continue to still advocate for our students. And last but not least, I hope everyone has a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Hopefully this time is a time where you can reflect and think about what it is that you're really grateful for this time. Have a good night, everyone.
Amen.
All right, Mr. Carroll.
Thank you. Again, congratulations to the young ladies at the middle school and their accomplishments with the engineering program. Ms. Nemick and Mr. Pemberton, congratulations for your commitment and dedication to the district. And I want to welcome Mr. Collado. Welcome aboard. I'm looking forward to working with you and maybe check out your DJ skills. Blue and gold looks good on you. Blue and gold looks good.
Play music out there. There you go. That's fine.
And I just want to wish the football team good luck on Thanksgiving. Thursday playing Teaneck. I just want to wish them wish them all good luck. Have to beat Teaneck. Just got to. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Be safe and God bless. Thank you.
Mr. Cordero Alton.
No comment, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Coleman.
Ms. Story, once again, thank you for the candy. Everyone seems to pass theirs on to me, and otherwise I'll take their candy. But thank you as always. Again, welcome aboard, Mr. Collado. Congratulations to the Girls Exploring Engineering program. I know my daughter did it during COVID, so it was all virtual. And the graduation was virtual, so it was really nice to see the presentation and the girls being honored. And thank you to Ms. Kalman, she's not here anymore. And Dr. Whiting and Ms. Deed Snemick, congratulations to you too. Mr. Pemberton and team. A lot of congratulations to go around. I really like the direction that this district is going in. So to the incoming board members, good luck to you. Looking forward to the continued momentum as we go forward into the next year. Other than that, just Thanksgiving now. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. No comments. I guess I gotta make sure I dress warmly on Thursday for the parade and the game.
All right, Mr. Meehan.
It's always difficult being last because you're simply re-echoing everyone what they actually said. So almost last, but I just wanted to re-echo what they said. Congratulations on the new trustees that'll be coming in, as well as Mr. Collado. What I really love what you said was about the fact that Hackensack represents diversity, and that is the greatest strength. And I truly believe that in my heart, what Hackensack stands for and how people really come together as a family. And I may not have children in Hackensack, but just simply being on the board and gaining that experience, I have a much deeper appreciation for my colleagues, as well as the staff and the people that serve Hackensack Public School students, as well as their families. So happy Thanksgiving, one and all.
Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes. And I agree with trustee Meehan, and I, congratulate everyone as the previous trustees did. Mr. Corrado, you're still here. I love your energy. It's invigorating, right? It's great. I can tell you were the guy when I walked in. You're glowing. I can tell you were the guy when I saw you sitting there. So I was ready. So congrats, welcome. I'm excited to see great things coming from that staff as usual, as always. Other than that, guys, welcome. Congratulations to the incoming trustees. Mr. Stein and Mr. Martin and Ms. Pringle, who's not here. Trustee Coleman said, I'm really excited to see where the district is moving and where it's going. And I'm glad that you guys are going to be, assisting in the future to keep it going in the right direction. Guys, enjoy your time with family, the holidays, and like Mr. Coleman, we will see you out there Thursday. Go Comets.
President Scott Jennings Victory, just a moment. Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Coleman, Mr. Meehan, will you guys be here in January? Are you gonna come into the
To
January
step
meeting?
down, yes.
No, but you guys will be for the January. meeting?
Yes, so.
No, since I won't be here for December, I won't get a
Yes,
chance to see you
yes,
guys, so I
yes.
want to make sure that if you guys
Yes.
are gonna be here in January.
It's a
If not,
time-honored tradition. I will be here.
before you put Lydia for the holiday.
I'm gonna show up dressed in a tie, and then I'm gonna step down.
I just wanted to make sure, so I'll see you in January.
Yes.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
So I echo what everyone has said. When it comes to the awards, I'm thankful that we have a committed staff who works to love our kids and serve them the best that we can in this town. But I'm thinking of, as we look towards Thursday, it is a time where we can stop and hopefully be with family and friends and the people we love, and reflect on the work we do together in this town, on this board, in this district, and remember that the common thread that we all do, that we all have, is that we love this town and we love these kids. And I hope that as we look forward to Thursday, that we remember how thankful we are that we have teachers and administrators that they give 120%, even on the hard days. And Mr. Collado, I hope that you're joining that group. And I mean it. Being a Comet and being blue and gold, it's not just about where you're born. It's about the love and the pride and the passion and the purpose that you have for this town and for the kids of this town. And I hope that you will invest yourself in this community and in these kids, because they're worth it. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Good.
Have a good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna keep running, so I have no chance.